So Canon went ahead and finally dropped their smallest cinema camera, the Canon EOS C50. Now this is going to be the smallest and lightweight camera that Canon has ever dropped when it comes down to cinema cameras. And I must say, this camera right here really does live up to the hype, honestly, at least on paper, man. And some of the stuff that I have been seeing on YouTube from different creators using it in real time, it looks pretty good to me personally. And honestly, it got me really ready to kind of sort of sell the R5 and actually purchase that C50. I can't even lie to you, dog. But anyway, in today's video, we're going to go ahead and just take like a small deep dive into actually the C50. I want to see if you guys are actually going to purchase this camera yourselves as well, because it's very beneficial to two people, in my opinion. There's going to be content creators on the first end and also cinema users, obviously, because it is a cinema camera as well. So let's go ahead and get today's video. Now, the all-new Canon C50 does come with a 32 megapixel full-frame sensor. Now, this camera here is going to be perfect for a hybrid shooter, just because with it having a 32 megapixel sensor, you're able to go to take good images as well, and also still get good quality also. But then again, if you're trying to do it like low light video shoots, you're able to do that as well with this lower megapixel sensor. Now, also on top of that, if you're a hybrid shooter, you need to bounce back and forth, doing like running and gunning, or even just taking photos and videos, because sometimes I do solo jobs where I, do both of them instead. This is also going to be the perfect camera for that type of user as well, just because you have enough megapixels to get a clear image, but then again, you still have enough resolution as well for the video side to get a clear, crispy video as well. Now, let's go over to the video aspect of this Canon C50. Now, earlier I did mention that we do have a 32 megapixel sensor for like still images, and that's good. Now, with this new full frame sensor, we're actually going to be getting up to 7K resolution in this camera, and also on top of that, we get to shoot up to 7K up to 60 frames per second in cinema raw light. So that is definitely going to be beneficial to anybody that's trying to shoot content. The 7K does sound like, we're going to be on that high end of storage wise, but the fact that we get to use the light mode, we should actually be able to compensate this a little bit. Now, if you don't want to shoot in full 7K because you do want to save some type of storage, you are able to go ahead and do 4K up to 120 frames per second. But the good news about that is the 4K is actually going to be oversampled to 7K. So either or would definitely be fine. You either get a true 7K, image, or either you can go ahead and get a 4K oversampled that's going to be looking like 7K anyway. Also on top of that as well, we do have dual base ISO of 800 and 6400. So just helping us out even more with this new full frame 32 megapixel sensor, 7K as well. Using both of those ISO methods or either or would definitely be beneficial if you're just doing daytime shoots, or once again if you are doing low light shoots as well. Like I said in a previous video when I was first talking about the camera, about the rumors, this is something that I was like, hey, I think we need to get this, because if we don't get it, I don't know what to do, because I was personally about to jump ship over to Sony. But I'm happy that I've actually been hearing about the C50, because now I'm a stay a Canon user, for real. Now, not only do we have dual base ISO reads as well, we actually also do have open gate recording as well. And this is pretty much going to allow us to use a full sensor when it comes down to recording. So we're going to be able to record in a 3:2 ratio for our videos. And pretty much what that allows us to do is crop down, after the fact. So like if you're recording in the whole 3:2, you can choose whatever format you want to drop down to. Now, they said that this is going to be beneficial for anybody that's used the anamorphic lenses as well. I personally don't use that stuff at all. I pretty much just use like prime lens. I have a 35 lens on my camera right now, so I'll be using stuff like that. But in the future, if I really wanted to start using the more cinema lenses, I'm happy that this C50 would be able to compensate for the size wise of everything as well. That is definitely going to be fire, dog, like straight up. Now I'm gonna take a quick step back real quick from the features, because I'm gonna save this feature because I need to talk about the design of the camera real quick. Now the C50, like I said, it is going to be the smallest and lightweight cinema camera that Canon has ever made, but it does also come with a detachable top handle as well. And on that top handle, we have 3 specific features that I would like to talk about, which is going to be 2 XLR inputs. We have a zoom rocker and also a record button on top of that as well. But you can obviously go ahead and remove that top handle. That's perfectly fine. I'm in the middle. I'll probably end up using it. I probably won't use it, but I'm happy that this camera will actually come with one, which is definitely going to be beneficial. Also on top of this camera does take 2 different types of storage formats. You get to use a CF Express B card, or either you can just go ahead and use a standard SD card as well. Now, that's all I want to talk about with the design of it. Besides, you do have 14 customizable buttons as well, but I personally never used the buttons on my camera, for real. I ain't gonna lie to you, besides the main ones, which is to change my shutter speed, ISO, and then also, the camera button. I can hit record. Now, since we got the design of the camera out the way, let's go and move back over to the feature section real quick, because this is something I think is going to be very beneficial to content creators, because this is what really got me to saying like, okay, cool, I'm going to buy this camera. I don't care about nothing else. I'm just going to buy the camera, call it a day. So we're able to go ahead and record in 2 different formats. They call this mode the simultaneous recording mode. So I can go ahead and record at 16:9 or whatever other format that's long form wise. But then also on top of that, on the second SD card slide, either or you could choose the Express B or either the standard SD card, you can actually go ahead and record a second format. Now that second format mode has to be in 3 different options, which is going to be a 9:17, a 9:16, or a 1:1 ratio as well. And that's fine with me as well, because now this is going to be beneficial for, like, you know, creators that have to do both. You know, if I'm going to shoot on like YouTube and also I need to upload like shorts and stuff, and I don't want to use the same footage, you know, because I personally, that's what I do. I'll shoot like a long form video, then I'll go ahead and stop it and then flip it, you know, the camera upside down and then record my vertical one. But instead with the C50, you can actually record both of those at the same exact time. That right there alone is definitely going to be changing the game for me personally, just because now I don't have to have 2 different video files, or well, not necessarily files, but I don't have to have 2 different angles going, you know, differently and everything. I can just record literally one shot and that's it, bro. In post, I can go ahead and grab that secondary look and we all good to go, man. Like, straight up, dog. And what's cool about this camera as well, I thought the camera was going to cost around like $4,000 to $5,000, which we're right there at the $4,000 mark. Honestly, coming in at a price point of $3,899 in US, that is straight cool to me, honestly, for what we get from it. And also on top of that, it's a cinema camera. I mean, it's pretty much right there at the same price range of the R5. Like, I thought that I was going to be able to get the camera a little bit cheaper. I ain't going to fake it to you, because I thought they were selling the top panel as like a add-on, but no, it's all together. So yeah, that's pretty much cool. This camera also does get to use RF, EF, and also PL mounts as well. So if you have any of those type of lenses, that's definitely going to work for this camera as well. But like I said, everything that we do have in this camera, I think is perfectly going to be fine. 32 megapixels for still images. You can shoot up to 40 frames per second. We have a 7K video resolution with open gate recording as well. That's going to definitely benefit creators with, you know, changing the aspect ratio in post. Even with the simultaneously recording modes as well, being able to shoot one video but getting 2 different formats out of it as well, definitely going to be fire. And also on top of that, we get to shoot in cinema raw light in 7K. That's definitely fire, dog. So let me know, would you guys go pick up this brand new Canon C50? We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.